Okay, Dave's Hot Seat Questions, Part 4 of 10. Here's 20 more coming at you, Dave. So let's get to it, shall we? Number 1, what's something you've done that you'd advise others never to do? Well, this may seem pretentious to some people, I guess is the word, but I would not advise them to drink beer even on my worst enemy. Here's the backstory. I took a dare from one of my cousins when I was younger. I just turned 13, which was the legal age back then. I think it's gone up since then, though, actually. And I took a swig of Molson Export. That's what my stepfather at the time had in the house. And I was sick for days after that. Apparently, I learned the hard way that beer does not interact good with epilepsy medication. In the years since, I stayed away from beer as much as I could. In recent years, I was once offered a non-alcoholic beer. I hated the taste and asked my friend to give me a Diet Coke instead because it tasted awful to me. I don't know why. Maybe beer's an acquired taste. 2. If you could erase one event from history, which one would it be and why? That's easy for me. Segregation. I don't know if people would agree to me on this, but in my eyes, everybody should be treated equal regardless of where you came from, what the color of your skin is, or what have you. And cutting somebody off because of the color of their skin from the rest of the world, pretty much, and limiting them to what they can do just doesn't sit right with me for some reason. So I've always been that way. You treat everybody the same way. Treat everybody the way you want to be treated, because it's the way I was brought up. 3. What's the biggest lie you've ever told, and did you get caught? Well, this is a sort of a two-parter. It was a half-truth is more than a lie, but I did get caught in it. One time we were at Zeller's, and my cousin stole a chocolate bar, and he was caught, and I pretended to be the one to do it, but he said that it's not worth taking it for me over well, back then it was 50 cents for that chocolate bar, and so he told the owner that it was him, and I just sort of got a slap on the wrist, but he wasn't welcome back in the store anymore. But yeah, I guess I got off luckily there, but it was an important lesson nonetheless. 4. What's your favorite thing about yourself? Just the fact that I'm overly friendly to people, or try to be. Yeah, I mean, I try to be an open-minded person, because there's not many of them left around in the world, if you ask me. 5. If you could relive one day of your life, which would it be and why? The last Christmas I spent with my grandfather. May God rest his soul. Because if I knew that the year after that he was going to die, I would have thought of something better to say to him. I mean, I don't hold it against me personally, but I still miss him day to day. In fact, I'm going to place it up here somewhere so you can see a picture of him and my grandmother, who was recently deceased. I have that same picture hanging above my desk here. And where did I leave off here? 6. What's the most significant change you've made in your life that has made you a better person? I'm drawing a blank there, Dave. I've been the same person ever since I was a boy. Ever since I was born, pretty much. I've never really changed anything. Yeah, so I'm going to have to pass on that one, bud. 7. What's the most meaningful gift you've ever given? It was my mom's birthday yesterday. I made her a wonderful poem, like I wrote it out myself and printed it out, and at the very end of it is our favorite saying: I love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living. My mother you'll be instead of my baby you'll be. Yeah, I slightly modified it to fit me, because it's normally written from a mother's perspective. It was by Robert Munch. It was from the book Love You Forever. And that's our favorite quote of all time. In fact, she got me one year another piece of art that's hanging in my room, and it has that very same quote on it, except it says, "My baby you'll be," obviously. And she was near to tears when she saw it. She loved it nonetheless, anyway. 8. What's the one thing you'd like to achieve by this time next year? Oh, gee, Dave, I can't think that far ahead. I think maybe still being around. That's all I can think of, anyway. 9. What's something you're surprisingly good at? Graphic design and video editing. Yeah, I learned those through trial and error, but man, people always love it when I do stuff for them. 10. What's the best advice you've ever given someone? Live every day like it was your last, because tomorrow is not promised. 11. If you could be an expert in any subject or activity, what would it be? I think I'd like to be a little more better than I am at math. I can't even do the basics in that. I always got to have someone to help me with even simple money management. 12. What's one thing you wish people understood about you? That being disabled's not the be-all, end-all. I mean, even though we've made great strides in recent years, there's still a lot of stigma attached to disabilities, which bothers me to no end sometimes. 13. What's the most adventurous thing you want to do? I'll have to pass on that, Dave. I'm not much of an adventurous type person. 14. What's a belief you had as a child you no longer have? That monsters are under the bed. 15. What's the most challenging goal you've achieved? Losing weight. I mean, I've lost weight here and there. I haven't lost significant amounts since the beginning of this year because of all the birthdays I attended, but last year I was on a roll. 16. If you could have a conversation with your younger self, what would you say? Just wait, the ride's going to be great. 17. What's the most valuable thing you've learned from a friend? Try to look at life from everybody's perspective instead of just your own. 18. What's one thing you'd like to change about the world? Stop all the hate. Isn't there enough room in this world for getting your opinion across without having to kill each other? 19. What's your biggest success story? Biggest success story. Well, I held down a job for 13 years before COVID. Yeah, and then after that I quit because the money ran out for transportation, so I had no choice really. But yeah, I worked at Boston Pizza for almost 13 years, from 2007 to 2022. That's an accomplishment in itself, having a job that long. And 20th and final, what's the most profound experience you've had with nature? One time I was walking in Smith's Forest in Guelph, and walking right beside me was the cutest bunny rabbit you've ever seen. It was in winter time, so I think it was a snowshoe hare because it blended in seamlessly. It was white and furry and everything, but I knew it was a rabbit. So there's, I guess, part 4, Dave, and hopefully I'll do more tomorrow if time permits. So, enjoyed them. Later.